He sat down with me. We discussed the fact that he almost retired a few years ago. We talked about his future plans and what this title would mean for him. Take a look. So the closing game, when you are trying to win a championship, is always the hardest. What do you expect out of Game 5?
Everything. They're a scrappy team. I expect the way they played in Game 3, come out even more scrappier. Jimmy more aggressive. So we're going to get their best shot. We have been, all series.
Your ability to look at film, to break down schemes is legendary. I have been on the sideline and watched you point out to an opposing player, oh, no, you're supposed to be over there. What do you see in guys' faces when you do stuff like that, or you call out the names of their plays and they realize that you've got their number more than they do?
It's obviously understanding, when you feel the sense of fear of someone, no different from when you obviously know their scout or know their play. So I like to actually try to mess with the coach's mind as well, understanding what they were trying to call, or they're trying to disguise a play, knowing just from the setup at their end to be able to disguise it, call it out to my guys, and give them the answer to the test, basically.
So people do call you a coach out there on the floor, but when you were hurt, Frank Vogel actually made you a coach. It wasn't ceremonial. You were in the assistant coaches' meetings. You were game planning with them. What did you get out of that experience?
Amazing experience. Being able to be inside a potential NBA championship, coaching staff meetings daily and learning. So I was just trying to be a sponge as much as possible. I actually recorded some of our film. I took a lot of notes down just so in the future, if I do want to become a coach, then I have, I've already have the blueprint on how to be a successful coach and how to conduct the meetings and giving my other coaches, assistant coaches, giving them a voice as well in the meeting.
Do you think you're going to end up coaching in the NBA?
I love to coach. I love to teach the game. I love to put people in position to succeed. So that is a recipe for a coach. I also, don't want to box myself in. I would love to be a GM as well. So those two are the paths I would like to go down, in the future of my career.
I like that. I want to talk about a play where your vision really came into things during a game. In the Denver series, Anthony Davis hits that three that turns the series. You asked to be the one to throw the ball in. Why did you do that, and what did you see once you were out there?
I just feel like I'm the quarterback, and people don't realize I had 5 turnovers that game, so it was kind of risky for me to put myself back, ask to check myself back in the game, and with no timeouts left, being able to make the right play within 5 seconds with, a 7-footer jumping up in front of me. So I'm a big believer in, I feel like I'm one of the best passers in either sport I play. No disrespect to any quarterback in the NFL, but if I would have took that route, I think I would have been a pretty good pass as well. So it leads to translation in basketball and me being able to deliver the pass on time, on target.
I don't want to shortchange your journey to get to this point, and it wasn't all a smooth road. No. We remember Dallas. You had a break with that team in the middle of a playoff series.
I almost retired.
Rondo does not want to play for Rick Carlisle. Rick Carlisle does not want Rondo being his point guard. Yeah. It is over. Rondo quit on his team.
Oh. Did you worry that or think that you'd never play in the NBA again?
I didn't know. I feel like, the league, I wouldn't say as a whole, but, trying to get me out of the game for a while. Obviously, after that year, I didn't have too many teams calling. I think it was like 2 teams calling. Then I went up to Sacramento, so that was a big relief, coming from where I came from the year before. So, like I said, everything happens for a reason. I'm a big believer that cream always rises to the top, and I stayed put. I kept my head down and continued to work hard, and hopefully, tomorrow night will be another great feeling.
And then here you are, 1 win away from another championship. But you have been 1 win away from a title before in 2010 with the Celtics, and you never got that win.
No, I didn't. But, obviously this is different. The mindset is different. The talent on our team is different, and the climate of where we are. Miami's a hell of a team. Obviously both teams here for a reason, and like I said, with the coaching staff and all the talent that we have and the focus, the level of focus that we're here in the bubble that we have, I think we should be able to get the job done.
Thanks so much to Rajon Rondo for taking the time. And as you can see, playoff Rondo, not just something we say, a proven fact for his career. His numbers in the playoffs have risen across the board. So let's talk a little bit more about Game 5. Richard, you are especially equipped to discuss what it takes to come back from down 3-1 in the finals, being, the only guy on the only team that's ever done it. Back in 2016, LeBron and Kyrie each scored 41 in Game 5 to help keep your Cavs alive in that series. What is the difficulty? What is the degree of difficulty here for what you guys pulled off, especially those two?
Well, you've already seen it happen a couple of times in the postseason, the 3-1 deficit. But I think here, this is something that, again, has never been seen. We keep running into things in this bubble. Normally, it's like, okay, we got to go win one game at home. Then we got to go and just do this road game. And then, so there's like a formula that you can convince your brain of. So I don't know if doing that is harder or if doing it here is harder because there's a constant. Everyone's on the floor. There is no home crowd. There is no away crowd. So I think truly it would be easier to do it here. No travel, no nothing. So I think the rhythm could get going easier here. And so that's why I think the Lakers really need to be on edge.
Yeah, I mean, this would be a Lakers home game if we were doing a regular schedule for the NBA Finals.
Yeah.
And it will not be. It will be a bubble game.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.